स्टूडेंट, देखिए टॉपिक आपका मेन प्रोविजंस ऑफ बैंकिंग रेगुलेशन एक्ट 1949। ये लास्ट लेक्चर से चल रहा है। इसके हमने यानी 4 पॉइंट पहले डिस्कस किए थे। आज इसके रिमेनिंग पॉइंट्स के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे। नंबर 5, ओपनिंग ऑफ न्यू ब्रांचेस। ओपनिंग ऑफ न्यू ब्रांचेस, देखिए जो बैंकिंग रेगुलेशन एक्ट है 1949 के तहत ये न्यू ब्रांचेस को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा सेटअप किया गया ग्रामीण क्षेत्र पर, जहाँ से जो सुख सुविधाएं शहरों में थी वो सुख सुविधाएं ग्रामीण क्षेत्रों में भी पहुँचाई जाए। जैसे अकॉर्डिंग टू सेक्शन 23 ऑफ द एक्ट, नो बैंकिंग कंपनी शैल ओपन ए न्यू प्लेस ऑफ बिजनेस इन इंडिया और चेंज द लोकेशन ऑफ एनी एग्जिस्टिंग प्लेस ऑफ बिजनेस without obtaining the previous sanction of the Reserve Bank. Further, no banking company incorporated in India shall open a new place of business outside India. Change other than within the same city, town, or village in any country or area outside India. The location of an existing place of business situated in the country or area. Number 6, restriction on payment of dividend. It means section 15 of the act prevents a banking company from paying any dividend on its share until all its capitalized expenses, including preliminary expenses, organization expenses, share selling commission, brokerage, amounts of losses incurred, and any other item of expenditure not represented by the tangible asset have been completely written off. स्टूडेंट, इसके बाद नेक्स्ट देखिए रिजर्व फंड. व्हाट इज रिजर्व फंड? सेक्शन 18 of the act, every non-scheduled bank in India also is required to maintain by way of cash reserve with itself or in current account opened with the Reserve Bank or State Bank of India or any other bank notified by the central government in this behalf, or partly in cash with itself and partly in such account equivalent at least. Next, maintenance of liquid asset. According to section 24 of the Banking Regulation Act 1949, every banking company shall maintain in India in cash, gold, unencumbered approved securities valued at a price not exceeding the current market price, an amount which shall not at the close of business or any day be less than 25% of the total its time and demand liabilities in India. Next, student, Reserve Bank's power of inspection. It means section 35 of the act empowers the Reserve Bank of India to inspect any banking company at any time and to ensure itself about the efficient performance of its responsibilities. Next, Reserve Bank powers to issue directions. Section 35A authorizes the Reserve Bank of India to issue directions from time to banking companies generally or to any banking company, particularly when it deems necessary in the public interest to secure proper management of any banking company generally. Next, restrictions on loans and advances. It means section 20 prohibits a banking company from making loans or advances on the security of its own shares, or granting unsecured loans to its directions or to firms in which it or its directors are interested. Every bank submits to the Reserve Bank a monthly statement showing all unsecured loans granted by it to the public companies in the which any of its directions is interested. Next or last, Reserve Bank powers to central advance and prohibition of certain activities. Section 21 of the Act confers on the Reserve Bank of India empowers to determine the policy in relation to advance to be followed by the banking companies. This section empowers the Reserve Bank to issue directions to banking companies as to the purpose for which advance may or may not be made, the margin to be maintained in respect of secured advances, and rate of interest to be charged on advance. These powers enable to the Reserve Bank to exercise selective credit control. देखिए नेक्स्ट टॉपिक आता है आपके बैंकिंग रेगुलेशन एक्ट एज एप्लीकेबल टू बैंकिंग कंपनीज. It means main provision of the Banking Regulation Act 1949 which govern the commercial bank are as follows. Yes, number 1, establishment. It is essential for every banking company, Indian or foreign, to acquire a license from the Reserve Bank of India before it commences its business in India. Reserve Bank of India issue a license if it is satisfied that the company fulfills some conditions, such as the company will be in a position to pay its present or future depositors in full as their claim accrue. The affairs of company are not likely to be conducted in a manner detrimental to interest of its present or future depositors. The general character of the proposed management of the company will not be prejudicial to the public interest or interest of its depositors. The company has adequate capital structure and earning prospect, and public interest will be served by the grant of a license to the banking carry on banking business in India. Any other condition to ensure that the carrying on the banking business in India by the company will not be prejudicial to the public interest or the interest of the depositors. Number 2, opening of branches. Every banking company, Indian as well as foreign, is required to make Reserve Bank prior permission for opening a new place of business in India or outside India, or to change the location of an existing place of business in India or outside. Reserve Bank, before granting its permission, take into account such as financial condition and history of the company, general character of its management, and adequate of its capital structure and earning prospect. Number 3, business permitted and prohibited. It means Section 6 contains a list of businesses which may be undertaken by a banking company. Under clause O, any other business may also be specified by the central government as the lawful business of a banking company. But a banking company is prohibited from undertaking directly or indirectly trading activities and trading risks except of realization of the amount lent or in connection with the realization of the bills for collection and negotiation. Next, number 4, subsidiary company. It means a banking company may establish a subsidiary company for undertaking any business permitted under Section 6 or for carrying on business of banking exclusively outside India or for undertaking any other business which in the opinion of Reserve Bank would be conducive to the spread of banking in India or to be useful in public interest. Next, paid up capital. It means the Act stipulates the minimum aggregate value of paid up capital and reserve for bank established before 1962. Minimum amount of capital was raised to 5 lakh for bank set up after 1962. The revised guidelines issued by the Reserve Bank for establishing new private sector bank prescribed minimum paid up capital for such bank at 200 crore, which shall be increased to 300 rupees crore in the next 3 years, out of which promoter contribution will be 25% or 20% in case paid up capital exceed rupees 100 crore. Not resident Indians may participate in the equity of a new bank to the extent of 40%. स्टूडेंट, आज हमने इसके ये 5 पॉइंट तक डिस्कस किए हैं. इससे जो रिमेनिंग इसके पॉइंट्स हैं उनको हम नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में डिस्कस करेंगे. थैंक यू स्टूडेंट.